What's going on, people? I go by the name of J.F.K.
Go by the name of James Jackson.
Let's get into it.
Let's do it.
To commit crimes. That's what criminals do. We don't expect that from our law enforcement.
Would never visit Massachusetts based on this case?
Exactly, because you would go there as a visitor and leave as a felon or something.
They really credit you with bringing out the government part of the corruption.
Well, we expect our criminals to commit crimes. That's what criminals do. We don't expect that from our law enforcement.
Hey, R.I.P. John O'Keefe. Come on. Would never visit Massachusetts based on this case?
Exactly.
Woohoo! Yes. Got 93 people up in the chat. I go by the name of J.F.K. once again.
I go by the name of James Jackson once again. Who we got? We got Hey Corruption. What's up? What's up, Michelle? What's up, Debbie? What's up, Debbie Kruger? Ballin, Lisa Graham. How are you? The beautiful people.
The beautiful people. Hey, so I've been going down a rabbit hole of this lawyer, prosecutor, DA, federal guy, Morrissey dude, federal dude, I don't know. We did a crazy live last night in real time in our reaction when we heard that Hank Brennan, a.k.a. Beetlejuice, said Whitey ain't a rat.
If Hank says it,
it's got to be true, right?
I mean, it must be if Hank said it. No. That's crazy. That makes me question, though. If he says Whitey's not a rat, he's lying about that, right, guys? He just is going with whatever.
Well, he's saying that technically he never made a deal with the feds. He was
paying the feds
he was paying the dude Morrissey, not Morrissey. What's his name?
Conley.
Yeah, he was paying. Thank you, Coco. Appreciate that. He was paying them off. Right. So he technically wasn't a rat. He was extorting them, and he wanted him to get on the stand. But the point is, regardless of whatever it was, he was on the side of the criminal. Now, that can make you think if he's on the side of the criminal, he's going to be on the side of the McAlberts and Jen McCabe, because they're the criminals, right?
Right. They're the true criminals in this case.
But he also said he doesn't like corruption.
Yes, that was another thing he said. He doesn't like crooked law enforcement. That's a strong statement coming from a district attorney.
What's up? You guys sound like you're New Yorkers. Latina. Nah, we sound like we're from Boston.
New
That's what
York
we
is
sound like. Are you crazy? Are you out of your mind? Does this hat look like a New York hat to you?
right. I mean, we go to New York.
Yeah, we be out there. You've seen the video. If you've seen the intro, we're out there, man. We're in NYC. We're actually in where was we? What part? We was in Queens,
That
right?
was
We
in
was
Queens, yeah,
yeah,
Flushing,
Flushing. We was in Flushing, Queens. That one.
Flushing, Queens.
Whitey ate cheese until they caught up to him, allegedly. So Hank Brennan, I've been going down the rabbit hole of the Glera. Shout out the Glera. Turtle Boy and the Glera did a show yesterday, which I didn't even know. They did a show yesterday about this DA situation also. And they were going in on Hank.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, they don't like Hank.
They don't like Hank, huh?
They don't.
Think-
Yeah, they don't like Hank. They think Hank is coming in, taking the money, and trying to convict Karen Reed. That's what the Glera said. Will said, and Turtle Boy agreed. You know, they had some great points, but my take is, I think that this is the swerve. I think that this could be the swerve. I think that, you know what I think, James. Tell them what I think.
You think that? Hold on, I just lost my train of thought because I was reading something. Tell them what you think about this case. You think
Yeah, well,
that?
what do we both think? What we talking
Okay. About Morrissey, maybe
about
bringing
the swerve.
yeah, the swerve. Oh, the swerve would be Morrissey bringing him in to get the feds off of his ass.
Right.
You know, that's where we're at with it. We could be wrong though. So
Who else would? So look at how it's lining up, right? You got to still think this is still a Commonwealth thing. This is still courts. This is still police. This is still people in them places, right? Now this week we just found out that Karen Reed is getting her case heard in front of 3 judges. So chances are there's probably a huge chance her case is going in front of 3 judges, and by the next court date we're gonna find out. Unless they push the court date back, the trial back to March or something, which I doubt though. I think by next court date, they're going to throw the murder charge out and the other charge out, and it's just going to be manslaughter. And now here stands this DA. So all of a sudden, this DA comes in, Hank, a.k.a. Beetlejuice, Hank Brennan. He comes in, and then all of a sudden, it quietly goes away. He says, I went into this case. I went down the rabbit hole. I don't like corruption. Morrissey called me in for that particular reason, called me in to see if there was any.
Morrissey does, yeah, almost like Morrissey.
Yeah, so like if any fuckery was going on, he called him in. And when I found the fuckery, Morrissey was like, oh, I didn't know. And dun, 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 dun. Hank Brennan, Beetlejuice came in and saved the day. It's showtime. And people like Turtle Boy, the Glera, J.F.K, all you people out there that go to these standouts and scream free Karen Reed, it wasn't you people. No, it wasn't any of us that helped this movement. It was the law that figured it all out. You know? So I think like they want the props. You feel what I'm saying on that?
Yeah, absolutely. They don't want to look at it like, you know, it had any, the outside had any, what's the word? Shit.
They didn't have any influence
On this case. And that's what they're at. That's where they're at with Hank. Hank stated that he's not going to let no outside influences ruin this trial. She's going to have a fair trial.
Exactly. They're going to have a fair trial. This guy came in. I worked the Whitey Bulger case. It puts light on him again. You know, he talked very highly about Whitey. I mean, this guy really liked Whitey Bulger.
He did.
And so with that being said, it's like, is this the swerve we've been looking for? Ladies and gentlemen of the audience, this is the swerve we've been looking for. Is it? I don't know. I'm just saying the Glera and Turtle Boy, 2 big dogs in this game. I'm a fan of the Glera. Will's a good dude. Turtle Boy, if it wasn't for him, you know, none of this information would be out, right? So they're going in on Hank, which is cool. I totally understand. Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you go in on these people? These people have, the system has yet to show any integrity. They yet to show any love on this situation. So of course, your first instance is fuck this dude.
Right.
Hank Brennan is a piece of shit. He knows the corruption. He knows what's coming with this case, and he volunteered for the job. And that was their take. Their take was, how could you go into taking this gig knowing that it's all based on corruption? Like, what type of person are you? But maybe, just maybe, J.F.K. takes a little different. James Jackson's take is a little bit different. Maybe he's coming in to clean it up. Maybe he's the cleanup man.
Is he the janitor? Is Hank the janitor? He's gonna come in and sweep everything up, sweep it under the rug. Someone I've seen a comment: "Isn't a fair trial? Ain't you supposed to get a fair trial anyway?" Yes, you are supposed to get a fair trial, but we just witnessed Karen Reed not get a fair trial. I mean, shit. Isn't that what happened?
That's what happened, man. For sure. You know, we start this off every time.
Yeah.
James, I'll let you do the honors.
Chat, if you had one word to describe Karen Reed, just one word, what's that word, people? We just need one. One word.
We just need one word to describe Karen Reed. It's your chat, people. Let's go. Let's get it. It's your chat, people. I like that, Angelic. I like that. This is your chat, people. Come on, come on, come on, come on.
Kick the doors out. Kick the cockpit door down. I am not the chosen one that you speak of. I am not.
And you know what we think? We think she's a warrior.
Warrior.
So what are we thinking, people? How are we feeling out there? We think, can we trust this guy? Is this guy coming in to clear the air? You know, what do we think about this guy anyway, James? You know,
I mean, the way he talked about Whitey, you would have thought it was his brother. Like, he looked up to him or something.
Yeah,
like, I mean, I don't know, man. It's too soon to really say. I ain't going to go in on him because I like here we go. Let's see what Hank has to say.
Could have dispelled it in front of the jury. So although the government continually suggests that they're disappointed he didn't testify, they try to silence him at every turn in this case. And it was an extraordinary loss because talk about the idea of closure. What better closure could you have than the person?
keep in mind, people, this is Hank Brennan. You are now watching the new special counsel, new special prosecutor in the Karen Reed case. Everybody say Hank Brennan 3 times. Hank Brennan, Hank Brennan, Hank Brennan. It's like Beetlejuice, this guy.
Who could stand before the jury and the community and say exactly what happened. But fortunately, I don't think this is the last word. It's the end of this trial, but there's perhaps other trials and there's other opportunities for James Bulger to have his voice heard. And this would have been the perfect forum, but the government wanted to deny that, and they effectively did.
In the evidence file, there were informant cards issued to Brian Halloran, Stephen Fleming, others, among them James Whitey Bulger. I think they just said James Bulger. If he wasn't an informant, why did he have a card?
James Bulger didn't fill out a card and put it in a file to represent himself. It's ironic that the government says that John Conley, who was involved in such complicity and conspiracy and criminal activity, and he cannot be believed, especially with all the detailed reports he gave. But then the reports that may suggest that James Bulger gave information you should believe. There were a number of ways we tried to demonstrate to this jury.
You should just clarify that, because James Bulger was saying that he actually paid them off. He gave them information, not the other way around.
They were his paid informants. It is odd that a person who was supposedly an informant is paying so many thousands of dollars to law enforcement when they're supposedly the informant. We showed a number of documents at this trial which showed specifically information that was attributed to James Bulger that was taken from other informant files. File after file and document after document came from other files that predated files and documents in James Bulger's file. The ping sheet and the protocol that you're supposed to go through with an informant was never followed. There was never a signature. There was never a contemporaneous photograph.
Let me interrupt you, because why was this so important? That was never part of the trial. That was not an issue being decided at trial. Why was it so critical of you and your defense team to prove that he was not an informant?
Well, it's a good point. It really wasn't so important to us, but remember, the government raised the issue. From the outset of this case, they wanted to insist that he was an informant. And anytime we saw a fallacy or a fabrication, we tried to check it and counter it and show that it wasn't true. Why do I suspect it was so important to the government? Well, part of it was because reputation and pride and public relations, but think about the consequence if he wasn't an informant. Here's a person who paid an extraordinary amount of members of the FBI to get information. Inevitably, Washington, D.C. FBI was responsible for reviewing those files for determining whether or not things were viable. We had Mr. Fitzpatrick, who said he tried to shut him down, Mr. Davis, who said that the file was absolutely worthless, and Washington did nothing about it. If James Bulger was not an informant, as he was not, and simply paying the FBI, the accountability goes well beyond John Conley. And so the government certainly doesn't want to accept responsibility and accountability for letting somebody wwho bribed their officials to exist.
Since you brought up the issue of no cameras in the courtroom, which was incredibly frustrating to us in the news media and to the general public, tell us a little bit about working with Whitey Bulger. What was he like? How did you end up liking him? Was he somebody who was very vocal? Did he speak up on his own behalf? How did he interact with you? Just anything.
James Bulger is an extraordinarily intelligent man, and he is captivating. He's a historian. He was an excellent client. He educated. He gave guidance. He was a good listener.
Wow.
And Jay Carney and I had an extraordinary relationship with him.
Wow.
There were a number of things that
great
were introduced to me before we got to trial.
Hank Brennan.
Assist him. And he was an excellent guide. I try to have an affinity for all my clients. Remember, when someone's charged, they're presumed innocent.
Yes.
And they come to you because they need help.
Oh,
and when
yeah.
you tell them, I'm going to treat you like a family member.
Wow.
You treat them like a family member. And if my brother is going to call me at 2 o'clock on a Friday night, I'm going to take the call. And
Whoa.
James Bulger's no different than any other client that Jay and I had ever represented, and no different than a family member once you represent.
He's a
Was he
family
free?
member.
Was he completely cogent, lucid? Was he?
Beetlejuice.
Did he show any signs of illness or?
Yo.
None. Yeah, he's a captivating speaker. I think he would be absolutely mesmerizing to a jury.
GG.
And if he does at some point have an interview, I won't need to speak for him. He can speak for himself. But at 83 years old, he's equally, if not more, competent.
Were you
Well,
at
he
his
didn't make
house?
Yeah, he
What
didn't make it. I'm sorry, Hank. He didn't make it at 84.
Yeah.
Someone. He got hit by a Lexus in his cell. You know what I mean? His voice is almost worse than Lally's.
Yeah.
I mean, so this is the guy, right? So let's just do this real quick. Let's take it back, right? This dude's a Whitey stan.
Yeah, he loves him. He was at his funeral. He went to Whitey's funeral, man. That just tells you right there. He loved Whitey.
Mark Betterow did say this guy could come out and say this case stinks. Yeah. Well, because Betterow, you know what I mean, watches J.F.K. Now, Betterow is a smart man, and great minds think alike. And he's a lawyer, and dare I say, I have some experience in that, and so don't my man James. And I don't like to over exaggerate things, but I do. And at the end of the day, someone's got to come in and clear this up. Now, two ways to look at it. They're going to come in and clean this up and then dumb down all of us and make it seem like there wasn't live streams, there wasn't standouts, there wasn't, people in front of the courthouse. That's not what did it. No. It was justice. And then the other way of doing it is to look at it as, why go crazy on this guy right now? If this guy's watching right now, Hank, we love you, Hank. And we want to show you a video right now, Hank, if you haven't seen it. I want to show you something, Hank, about corruption. Just to show you something. To show you how there wasn't 42 pieces of tail light on a lawn. To show you that there was no way that 7 people came out of a house and didn't see a body. Hank, we just want to show you that. And we want you to do the right thing. Is that possible, Hank? Because, you knew Whitey Bulger was a stone cold criminal. But, you still wanted to make it known that there was corruption and the police were no good. And it wasn't all on Whitey's shoulders. So let's get into that video real quick. You agree, Jess?
Absolutely. Let's do it.
What's the chat saying, Jess? Anything good?
Let's see here. We got Jahed Jane. This is all Fuba. Okay, whatever that is. And in Israel here, that inverted Sally Port video. Yes, that too.
Reality check. Voice reminds me of Lenny Knitsky from The Beat. Okay. I don't know who that is, but salute. Thank you for the super chat.
Yeah. James, you're still in the storage class. Oh, goddamn.
Let's just watch this video for a second. Here we go.
I was just fooling around. I was just playing.
Talk to Hank real quick, James. Talk to Hank. What is he watching right now?
He's watching 2 guys just fooling around. We were just playing.
But who are they? Be clear.
Well, to the right, we got Brian Higgins wearing his Harley Davidson hoodie. To the left, we got Big Bad Brian A. with his vest on. It might be a North Face, but knowing him, it's probably not. And in the front, we got John O'Keefe. And to the right of Brian Higgins, we got Karen Higgins. I'm sorry, Karen.
Oh man. We're live, people. We're live. Woo.
Rewind.
We
got Karen Reed. She's in an awkward state right there. Look at her. She's like, get me out of here. Get me out of here. Beetlejuice, where are you?
Thank you, Nurse Kim. Nurse Kim, peace. You're doing a wonderful job, too. What? Whoa, what was that? Did you see that? Okay, what's going on here? Oh, they're fighting. Oh, chill out, dude. Chill, man. What are you doing, man? You're going to get us arrested, even though you're a cop. You're going to get us arrested.
Even though you're the ATF and I make pizzas.
Listen, chill out, man, all right? Take it back to 34 Fairview. He ain't nothing, man. Believe me when I tell you. Chill out, bro. Not here.
Trust me.
Oh, he's stressing out. Are you coming or what?
Coming? Yeah. Big Bad Brian A. Go stop the car. I'll be right out. Come on, shithead. Let's go. That's what he said. Piece of shit.
What's happening right here, James? Talk to him.
Right now, we got some John O'Keefe heel toe action. I'm gonna throw this glass off his face. That's what he did.
What would you tell Hank? What's heel toe mean? I'm Hank. I don't know what heel toe means. Tell
Hank,
me, dude. Dude, tell me I'm at Mullen Station. It's me. It's Hank. It's Hank Gray.
Listen, Hank, you just missed the last train. The heel toe, you know what that is, Hank. That means it's ready. It's time for beef. It's time to get shit on. Let's go. Hank is probably watching the black man.
Whoa. Stop the presses. We got a $50 super chat.
All right, Drea.
Whoop. Security question. What's going on? I got to take this down for a second. Damn, $50, huh, Drea? Thank you so much. Email. I got to share with you, too, from my corrupt experience, please. This is because you two are great people. Absolutely. And it's at JFK Showoff at Gmail. JFK Showoff gmail.com. I appreciate that $50, Drea. Let's talk about it. We'll bring you up here if it makes sense. Let's go.
Hey, Corruption, have a good night. We love you too. Yeah, this is wild.
Chill out, dude. What are you doing, man?
What are you
It's
doing?
not
Kevin's
working.
gonna meet us back at the house. You know.
Hank, if you're watching right now, we don't think you're a piece of shit.
No.
We don't think that you got to do what you got to do. You got to come in, you got to clean up the mess. You worked on the side of the feds. You tell Morrissey what you got to tell him. Come in, be Superman. You're Clark Kent. You're Beetlejuice. Hank Brennan. Come in, buddy. Look at this. Look what's going on right here. This was a fight, Hank. Keep watching, Hank, please. To let everybody know tonight, stay tuned. We got 248 people in the chat. You don't want to go. We're taking phone calls tonight.
Ooh,
Do you think?
Open. The
Do
lines
you
up.
think Hank Brennan is the Swerve? Do you think Hank Brennan is the Swerve? Let's watch the videos, then we'll get into your phone call. Let's go. James, what's going on here?
Hank's walking in. Wait a second, Hank. You just walked right in and nobody saw you. And you went downstairs now. Okay, you're going downstairs. Oh, Hank, welcome to the dungeon. This is
Hank,
what Go ahead.
Hank, you're going to get a big cut on the back of your head, Hank. It's going to be real big. You're going to lose a lot of blood. What could have done it? I don't know. Maybe a bench with 185 on the rack? You tell me. Maybe all them dumbbells right underneath that that American flag? I don't know, Hank.
Even the rack is heavy.
Talk to him, James.
John O'Keefe's body on this side. Now look, backing up. Would you have seen anything right there? Now see that flagpole right there. And this is, remember people, this is during, we're looking at this through a screen. Imagine being there live, in person, your feet in the snow.
Oh. This is crazy. This is crazy. This is crazy. Talk to him.
There's
James.
no way. It's crazy.
Hank, you're pulling out the driveway right now. 7 people left. Hank.
Hank's the last one to check out.
See, the problem is, Hank, in the last trial, they made people believe that 34 Fairview's lawn was the size of a football field.
Yes, they did.
Look at how small that space is. Hank, there's no body there, Hank. And there was no body there from 12:45, allegedly, all the way to 6 a.m. It's impossible. There he is right there. R.I.P. John O'Keefe. Officer John O'Keefe.
Yep.
You're pulling out, Hank. See, Hank, we're here to give you the evidence. You don't really have to see much more. R.I.P. Let's be clear. R.I.P. John O'Keefe.
R.I.P. for sure. Hank's gotta do the right thing. He can't see all this evidence, Jay, and be like, oh, she must have backed up and hit him.
Yeah, well, where's the 42 pieces of teal light?
Right.
Nurse Kim, we need you on the show. We need to bring you up. We need another Bostonian, another Massachusetts crazy girl like us. We need to get you up here. We need to get on your show, me and James. So hit me on Twitter on the DM, and let's get something going. Who wants to see Nurse Kim? How about this? Let's give love to Nurse Kim, everybody. right?
Yes.
Because we do it to everybody, because we show love on this channel. If you guys had one word to describe Nurse Kim, what would it be? We just need what, James?
One word, people. It's your chat. Let's go.
Yes, Nurse Kim. Let's go. Nice.
No.
Yes. Nice. Okay. Nice.
Crazy.
Let's go.
Nurse.
I like that. A nurse. It's a tough gig.
The door.
It's a tough gig being a nurse.
Sure
Truth
is.
teller. Fearless. Uh-oh.
Hot.
Oh, Nurse Kim. Wow.
Nurse Kim.
Yippee. Yes. A little bit of Nurse Kim for the boys.
A little bit of
Peace.
Nurse Kim. We
Educate.
love Nurse Kim.
Yeah. Yes. Lovey. Lovey.
Lovey.
Lovey.
Spicy.
Yes.
Amy.
Beautiful.
Amy's with us tonight. Amy's with us every night, JFK.
How about this? Married.
Now. So that one, I see what that was. That one came up as soon.
Now, was that the Swerve?
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, we give love on the JFK channel, and let's give love to everybody. We give a shout out to Glera, we give a shout out to TB, we'll give a shout out to our guy, our boy, our new BFF, our guy, Sean McDonough. Passionate, good dude. You know what? Let's do it for Sean, man. If you guys had one word to describe Sean, OG Sean McDonough, tell him, James.
Risked his life. Risked his. What would it be?
We just need one. Put Sean on the go. Let's go. We got 2:30. In the chat. This is your chat.
Hero. I like that.
Yes. Hey. Okay. Nice. Fierce.
Yes. I like that.
Coach. Woo.
OG.
Yes. Let's go. This is your chat, people. Yes.
Hey.
Yes. Nice.
Lionheart.
Nice. Nice. How we feeling out there, people? How are me and James doing right now? How we feeling? How we doing? We doing all right? We're trying to entertain you people. We're trying to hit you with some points, and we're trying to make you feel good. So when you tune in, you take something home. You don't feel poisoned. You feel nourished. You feel nourished.
Happy. You feel nourished. You feel happy. You feel lifted. We're trying to lift you up. Ooh, do a call, please. Susie Irish. Commenta.
Kamate. All right, let's get it going. You already know what it's gonna be, and let's see where we at. Yeah. Phone lines are open, people.
Oh.
Phone lines are open. Phone lines are open. Let's get it going. Who's gonna be the first one?
Susie Irish, you asked, and you shall receive.
Yes, indeed. Hold on a second. Oh man, my shit is crashing. All right. Hold on a second. My shit is moving extra slow right now.
Yeah, Jen, that's what we try to do. Give
Hello.
everybody.
Oh, reality. Hello? We're doing all right. Just give me 1 second. I'm just setting this up right quick. Oh, thank you. And where we at? Oh, we got that up there. We don't want that. Hey, reality check. Hear us? You there?
I can hear you.
Can you hear her,
me?
James?
Yeah, I can hear her.
Okay, go ahead. Shoot. What you want to talk about?
Well, first I would like to say, hey, James. Hey, J.F.K. Thanks again for putting all the time you guys are putting in.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
I went back and was watching Chris Albert's testimony.
Okay.
And here's the thing that they're going to have a little bit of problem with. If Alan and Dave went back and watched it,
Yeah.
Chris clearly states that Brian Albert and Brian Higgins arrived together. He also clearly states that they left together. Brian didn't leave with Nicole. Chris Albert, his brother, says that.
So you're saying they left the waterfall together, him and Brian A?
Correct. According to Chris Albert's testimony, he said they arrived together, which does not fit Brian Higgins' testimony. He said that Brian Albert left before him and he came shortly afterwards. According to Chris Albert's testimony, they came in together and they left together. Brian Albert didn't leave with his wife. So if Brian Higgins is doing this sweep of the driveway, that's a lie,
Indeed.
according to Chris Albert.
Indeed. Well, reality check. We appreciate the call, and we're going to talk about it a little bit. So we'll do this again sometime. Me and James will touch upon that right now.
Yep.
Awesome. You guys have a great night. Thank you for all you're doing.
Check. Always
Thank
love.
you,
Thank
reality check.
Reality check, ladies and gentlemen.
Someone said that he left. Chris said he left alone.
Call from Michelle.
What's up, Michelle?
Hey, what's going on, guys? I love you both, by the way, and I admire everything that you guys are doing.
Awesome. Where you calling from?
New Jersey, and I'm actually been thinking I need to take a ride down to Massachusetts because I want to be a part of this because I can't tell you how many times I've cried watching this. I obsessively watch every channel. I love everybody that's covering this. And, you know, I really hope that this new special prosecutor is going to do the right thing. But I find it very odd. You know, he's a defense lawyer, right? And what defense lawyers do is they punch holes in the prosecution's theory. I think they brought him in to try and punch holes in the conspiracy because, you know,
there's no conspiracy no more. Though. We've seen that trial.
I know I know, but they're still, you know, they're still playing it off. You know what I mean? They're not willing to say, hey, this shit is real, you know?
Right.
But, you know, the conspiracy's on their end, but, you know, they want to punch holes in the real story. That's why they brought in a defense counsel, I think. I hope I'm wrong. I really hope I'm wrong, but
I appreciate the call, Michelle. And you know, let's do this again sometimes. And safe travels to Massachusetts. And when you get down there, maybe you can stay in James's basement.
I'm not going into the attics, that's for sure.
All right.
Oh shit!
For the call, Michelle. Enjoy your weekend. Okay.
You as well.
All right. Peace and love.
Oh yeah.
You know, they think that you're living in a basement, James.
I know, it's madness, right? I mean, I gotta stay a little disguised.
Yeah. So what do you think about that? You think this guy's coming in to say this conspiracy's all hogwash? I mean, hey, Hank, we just showed you the video. It's not a conspiracy. It just is what it is. Sometimes that's all things are. They just
Right.
You know?
It's just simple to look. It's a simple math. That's what it is.
I would think so.
I would hope
I
so.
mean, this guy is saying straight up, listen, Whitey Bulger's not a rat. Yes, he was paying Conley, but he was paying them. These dudes were shaking him down. He was paying them. He never took no deal with them. He didn't get nothing out of this. In the end, they smoked him. He didn't get no deal. He was paying them. You guys twisted this dude on him, made him seem like he's a rat. He's no good. No, he's not a rat. That's what he's saying. He wanted justice, even for Whitey Bulger. That's pretty deep.
It is. And, you know, he knew Whitey wasn't getting out. He
knew.
Yeah, he got all his affairs in order and wanted to corrupt cops, man. That's what he hates, corrupt cops. That's what he said.
He said he don't like corruption. He wants to bring it out. So if this Karen Reed case, like I said, like what is he trying to do? Like Karen Reed's not Whitey Bulger. So he liked Whitey Bulger. So he's going to hate Karen Reed. How could you like a guy like Whitey Bulger and hate a woman like Karen Reed?
Well, because Whitey Bulger had all these interests. It was more of a fascination. I think he was fascinated by Whitey Bulger.
Very possible. Phone lines are open, people. This is your chat. Go ahead, man. Let's light it up. I haven't got a phone call. I'm pretty surprised.
Yeah, well, you know, hanky panky gonna give Lally a spanky. I like that one.
You know,
James, don't let your barber give you Yeah, okay, thank you. Again, I know I was mad. Yeah.
Yeah, so this is what it is. Oh, we got one. We got a phone call coming through. Let's see who it is.
Call from
Tom.
How you doing?
To accept.
Who we talking with?
Tom, how you doing, buddy?
What's up, Tom? How you feeling?
Good. Hey, both you guys, great show.
Where you calling?
I'm sorry?
Where you calling from?
I'm living in Florida now, but I'm from Boston.
Okay, cool. So let me ask you this real quick. Is this special prosecutor the Swerve, or is he out to get Karen? You tell me. What's your opinion?
Well, it's funny you asked that because I can't figure out why a guy who has this much, notoriety and success in his business, pushing aside the whole Whitey Bulger bullshit, but why would this guy take this case on?
Right.
Why would you? I mean, you're gonna make a bag for a little bit, but I get it. But what do you gain in the end here? This guy's probably what, in his 40s, late 40s or whatever.
No, I'd say a little bit older.
Cast in Massachusetts. Why would you do this? It's insane.
I don't know why he would.
It makes no sense. Yeah, it makes no sense. No sense to me at all. What do you got? What do you got? What's your opinion on the whole thing?
Can you hear me? I think we might have lost J.F.K. So if you guys can hear me,
what's your?
We didn't lose, bro. I'm just moving.
1 second.
I'm here, bro. I'm here. Just got up and moved. Yeah, what do I think, Tom? You asking me that?
Yeah.
What do I think, huh? I mean, I think that, this is the Swerve. Honestly, that's what I think. I think that he's going to come in and do the right thing and make it look like they're the ones that fixed this situation and that we had nothing to do with it. Or, maybe they'll give some props, but in the end, they're going to take all the props. If that makes any sense.
That's a good point. You know what? I didn't think of it that way. He is a guy that knows the Fed system and all that. So I can see that happening. And maybe he's, like you said, you call it the Swerve. Maybe he's going to do that. I don't know. But if he doesn't do that, yeah, exactly. Hey, one other thing I want to say, you guys. Have you ever watched Blood on the Razor Wire?
Nah, never watched that.
On YouTube. It's a kid that is from like Buffalo, New York, did a lot of federal prison time. You guys should get on his show.
Well, I'm gonna look into it.
He matches up with you guys. He's exactly like you guys.
Cool. I'm gonna check that out, Tom. Thank you for the call, my brother.
You guys are great. Thanks, man.
Thank you, man. Well, you know, he's saying the same thing as us. Like, why would this guy want to take this case? I mean, Turtle Boy's saying the same thing. The Glera, everybody's saying the same thing. Why would this guy want to take this case?
Why would anybody? But somebody has to.
But here's the thing. Glera and Turtle Boy saying this guy is going for Karen's neck. I'm saying, what if he isn't? That's all.
Yeah.
Call from
B Harmony.
Hey, who we talking to?
Hey, this is B Harmony.
Hey, what's up, D Harmony? Where you calling from?
Well, from Connecticut, but I'm from Kansas City. I'm just here helping my daughter with my grandbaby.
Oh, beautiful. That's
So
awesome.
I'm on the East Coast and got in, watching Karen Reed trial, and then of course followed all you guys. You guys are really good, and I really appreciate all the info that you give. But I have a question.
Go for it.
I don't know if it's going to matter now or anything, but you have a lot of theories about Brian Higgins and Karen, and I was wondering if it's possible, or have you already had this thought that Karen Reed confessed to John O'Keefe about, that she went to his house, whatever, and was texting with them. Could it be that John O'Keefe then took over the texting, and that's why, she would never text back when he would ask her a specific question? And so that's why John O'Keefe gave him attention when he came into the waterfalls that night. That she confessed to John. John's been the one texting Brian Higgins, and it kind of threw him off, because I don't think Brian Higgins really, believed that it was Karen after a while. I don't know. That's just my question.
Well, you're probably right. He probably started getting paranoid. When you're doing sneaky shit, you get paranoid, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So, he definitely could have, that's the whole thing. I think when, we're on the same page, it's possible what you're saying. I think at the end of the day, when John O'Keefe walked into that bar and gave him that hug, all types of things was going through his mind.
Yeah, I agree.
But hey, I appreciate the phone call and all the love and all the support. But let me ask you this. Do you think that this new prosecutor, is this the Swerve? Is it a good thing or a bad thing?
I think it's actually a good thing, and I know a lot of people didn't agree with that. But the way that he talked and made his statement, if we would have had a prosecutor that had those morals and ideas, and his, was going to had that integrity, we wouldn't be here now. There wouldn't have been a trial. He would have seen that there was no evidence. So I'm hopeful. I really hope that he's honest and has that integrity that we need for him to look at what they say they had evidence of and didn't have.
That's an awesome take, and I appreciate your time. Okay, let's do this again sometime.
All right. Okay, thank you.
All right, have a great night.
That's possible.
You guys could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with us.
Friday night. You guys are the best.
James, I don't know. Everybody's saying that this guy's out to take people's heads off. I don't know. I think Hank Brennan is Beetlejuice.
I think you're right, J.F.K.
It's showtime.
It is showtime.
Call from
Susie.
Susie Q.
Who we got on the line tonight?
Hey, it's Susie.
What's up, Susie?
Hey,
I have to agree. He's definitely gonna. This is a swerve. I'm right on board with you, J.F.K.
Where you calling from, Susie?
Michigan, Grand Rapids.
Oh wow, that's awesome. Nice.
Yeah.
So you think he's?
So what, Mike?
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, you
go ahead. What I'm thinking is, it's definitely a swerve. I think that the prosecution team is so deflated and so humiliated after this whole catastrophe. They know the public outcry and the feds are onto them, and I think they purposely brought him in because he will set it straight, and then that way Lally and company doesn't have to look like such fools. He's just going to walk in. I mean, they will ultimately because they do, but he's going to walk in and he's going to just throw his weight around and say, no, this is not at all even triable. And then that way it lets Lally off the hook and company for the next month or whatever, however long they're going to take. And it's just going to be like, and it's just going to
Call from
a good guy.
Yeah, I agree. Hello, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, I agree with you.
I know, because it just doesn't seem, there's no way to redeem Lally and team again. So they bring him in, and this way it's like a clean slate, and he can. I'm sure he's followed the whole trial. He knows exactly what's up. So he's just going to do his thing, and actually,
what's up. Here's my
exactly in the whole.
How could you be a fan of Whitey Bulger and not be a fan of Karen Reed? I mean, this
exactly
because this guy. Let me just say this: this guy was talking about. If you watched the video earlier, and if you guys, now that we're here, James Jackson, why don't you throw? We got 245 people in the chat. Why don't you guys go to James Jackson? That's JMESJCKSN. James Jackson. I need y'all to sub to my co-host James Jackson. He's gonna put his YouTube in there. He puts the clips up. So if you guys didn't see the video that we put up earlier of Hank Brennan, aka Beetlejuice, he talked about how Whitey Bulger was a historian. Now this is some historic shit going on. Let me explain. Let me give you the timeline. The Boston Celtics were in the finals, all through the finals, all during the day. Before we were getting ready for the games, we were watching the Karen Reed trial. Then at night, we were watching the Celtics. They won the 18th banner. Karen Reed got a mistrial. Want to talk about historic shit? This is what it is. So this guy's
exactly.
So why wouldn't he want to slide right into that and jump on that algorithm?
Right on. Exactly. That's how I'm thinking. He's going to end up. This is going to be a huge. If he walks in here and cleans house, this is a huge thing, and this is only going to look so good. If with the public outcry and the feds on the McAlberts at this point, and then if he ended up completely nailing Karen Reed, that's not going to do anything for his career because the public outcry and the feds are on to the McAlberts and all the shady business and the state cops and the whole thing. So this is like his prime time to shine. I think he's going to grab it and he's going to run with it. I think it's definitely a swerve big time all the way.
That's awesome, Susie, and I appreciate your take. We'll do this again sometime, all right?
All righty. All right, bye.
Peace and love.
Thank you.
How we feeling, James?
I mean, she's on our side. She's saying what we're saying, and I like that. I think that's where we're going with it. And
so the thing is, what we're trying to say is, why be? Now I understand. So far, none of these people did the right thing, so it's only right to go at their necks. But why with the guy Hank Brennan should us influencers or us fans or us supporters, whatever what you want to call it, YouTubers, just regular people, I don't know. I don't even know what you call this shit, right? But the point is, free Karen Reed, justice for John O'Keefe. Why wouldn't we just tell Hank, we're not going to judge you just yet. We have faith in you.
Could be a huge win for him.
Hey, Scott.
Who we talking to?
Hey, it's Scott. What's up, guys?
What's up, Scott? Where you calling from?
Up in the dirty burg, Fitchburg.
Oh, wow. From you out there.
So I want to get your guys' take, okay? So Morrissey's got the boogeyman chasing him, right? Josh Levy and the feds coming down on him.
Yeah, but
they're arresting Stades.
Beetlejuice.
They're arresting Stades in his county for selling CDL licenses, arresting former Stoughton cops for unalive. He's crying letters saying, "Hey, Josh, leave me alone. You're crooked. I'm not the crooked one. You're the crooked one."
Okay.
Is this his last moments of desperation, bringing in Brennan? That's his parachute, his way out, his way to get the boogeyman off his back.
Well, the only way to get the
is that what you mean by Beetlejuice?
Listen, the only way to get the boogeyman off your back is to say, "Hank Brennan, Hank Brennan, Hank Brennan." That's the only.
Yo. It's showtime.
Yeah, we're just trying to, because there's other theories like this is Morrissey trying to push back on Levy, saying, "Hey, I got this guy that's, my kryptonite to Levy," or is this just Morrissey distancing himself, saying, if the feds roll in, it's like, "Oh, I didn't bring Karen Reed back to trial on a double jeopardy. Brennan did it, not me."
Yeah, but it's not doing that. They talk. They know that this was going to the Supreme Court, and they were going to have judges. Karen Reed's not going to be charged with murder again, even though that's what it is right now. There's no way 3 judges are going to say no. They're not going to do it for the interest of judge. They can't. There's just too many laws, and there's just too much stuff that they have to. Even if they think that she should be tried with murder, like that's the thing about being a judge. Even if you think someone's guilty, if there's not enough evidence, you have to find them not guilty. And here's something. Just imagine Karen Reed went to a bench trial to begin with. You know what I mean? She never took a jury.
Well, she
Imagine that.
could have if she was going in front of a decent judge. Obviously, Bev's corrupt.
Now you got 3 judges. There's no way them 3 judges are going to say, they're looking at Yannetti, they're looking at Alan Jackson, 2 former prosecutors, plus the old man that just popped in the picture.
Yeah, and Weinberg don't play.
Weinberg, so there's no way it's just going to be manslaughter. So now here comes, Beetlejuice. He's a bad guy. He's a good guy. He's going to come in and he's going to save the day, and they're going to paint it that this was the plan all along to do the right thing. That's what I think.
Okay. No, I'm starting to understand your theory better. I'm just trying to figure out what angle you guys are coming from.
I mean, my angle is this. I don't know that, right? I'm giving you an angle because, this is all entertainment, right? Just in case. This is all entertainment.
Oh,
man.
I know.
You know what I mean? So I'm just saying at the end of the day, I'm giving you the swerve. We all been looking for the swerve. Is this the swerve for 1? For 2, why jump on this guy's neck before we even know anything? You know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to give you an in-depth. I gave you an interview. I played the interview. We're explaining, like, we're showing his personality, his traits. Why go at his neck? Will and Turtle Boy already went at his neck. And not for nothing, Will and Turtle Boy have a big following. A lot big following than I do. So if I was Hank Brennan and I heard someone trashing me, I'd be like, "Oh, really?" Especially the guy, Turtle Boy. He could take that personal and want to go after Karen Reed. So I'm saying, hey, before you take this personal, Hank, there's guys like J.F.K. and James that think that you could come in and do the right thing. That's all. That's all I'm saying. Let's not all go at this guy and dig into his past because of Whitey Bulger and whatever you guys feel about Whitey. It is what it is. I mean, all he was saying about Whitey was, yeah, he was a dirtbag and he was a criminal. But that doesn't mean that the police wasn't corrupt. That's all he was saying.
Oh, there was obvious corruption back then. There was FBI, state police, everybody was working with Whitey.
Yeah, but they were trying to flip it that he was an informant and that, that's the reason why they were giving him information, because they were getting information. And he was saying, he ain't never gave him no information. They just took the money. So that's what he wanted to right the wrong with Whitey Bulger, whether that's true or not. He wanted to right the wrong with Whitey Bulger. So my question is, why wouldn't he want to right the wrong with Karen Reed?
Yeah, maybe, but why would Meatball hire him? That's where I'm confused.
Exactly what I just told you, because someone got to clean this up. We're not going to do it. We're can throw on the pink shirts and say free Karen Reed with blue in the face. It's not going to be us that's going to clean this up.
Right. Well, all I know is that we're witnessing the final days of Meatball. He's in big trouble. The Killer Bees are coming to town next week. Mark Betterow walks into court with Timothy Bradle. They're going to discover the setup that Morrissey used via Kenneth Mello to put Turtle Boy in jail. Morrissey's corruption ship's on fire, and it's taking on water fast. This fat butt is going down, man.
Listen, the thing about intimidating the witness charges, right? It's a very, very easy case to pick up. It's all wordplay. It's like threats. I could tell you right now, hey, man, watch your mouth, right? Not a threat. If I tell you that in Massachusetts...
No, I mean, the Massachusetts witness intimidation law is garbage. It's going to have to go all the way to SCOTUS. The law needs to be rewritten. That's one of the things that Bradle and Betterow are going after.
And that's what I'm trying to tell you. Back in the day, there's so many laws that need to be rewritten. People get arrested for weed or get arrested for a drug charge or something like that, and they get their license, and then they get probation, and then 2 weeks later they get a letter in the mail saying their license is suspended. Isn't that double jeopardy? How are you getting probation and your license suspended? They do that shit every day. Welcome to Massachusetts.
I know there's tons of garbage Massachusetts law language. But this witness intimidation statute, 13A and 13B, has been on the books in its current form for decades. It's never been weaponized like this. Morrissey's running organized crime outfit.
Weaponized? How do you know that though? You didn't see. I mean, you know that no one else been arrested.
Oh no, it's been weaponized. I'm sure, plenty of times. Plenty of times.
When I tell you, believe me, when I tell you, I know all about intimidating a witness. And they will flip the script on you fast. This is Commonwealth, my man. Like, this is what they do. The difference is Turtle Boy.
Believe me, I'm on the same page.
No,
I'm on the same page.
I'm not saying you're not, but what I'm trying to say is the difference is that Turtle Boy never had a criminal record. That's it. But just think about the guys who have criminal records. They don't have, you know what I mean? Like, they don't even have a chance at that point. You know, they do.
Well, I think Turtle Boy and the whole Karen Reed thing, this is so high profile that it's like up front and center to the world how that law is being used by a crooked DA. I'm not saying it hasn't been used against you in the past or other people. I'm just saying this time it's for the whole world to see.
And the whole world to see, and that's the reason why J.F.K. and James Jackson got involved. It's because everybody got a front row seat of corruption and how the system works. But you shouldn't be shocked. It just is what it is. So now Turtle Boy's got great lawyers. He's got all the ammunition he needs. And at the end of the day, he's gonna, if the jury's gonna see the case, and that's gonna happen. And the only reason why it even went further, like you said, because Morrissey is in Norfolk District. If that was in Suffolk County, Turtle Boy would have never been in trouble.
Or Middlesex.
Yeah, well, Morrissey controls that whole Norfolk County.
Oh, hold on a second. Oh, my bad, Scott. Talking to James.
Yeah, Morrissey runs that county like he's the king.
No,
he might not be able to operate.
Scott, give me 1 second, right? James.
Yeah.
Middlesex County, they would have indicted. What you mean? Middlesex County is just as bad as Norfolk County.
Take that.
Go ahead, Scott.
Well, I mean, each one of these county DAs, they control their county. They have all the local police in their county under their belt. They have their own hand-picked state police detective CPAC units. Look at Fanning. Look at Tully, look at Proctor. He brings these guys up from the ranks. When these kids are kids, hey, your family's connected. Become a Canton cop, a Stoughton cop, and then you know what? I'm the DA. Take the state police test. Go through the state police academy. Do a couple of years on the road out in Stockbridge writing tickets. And I'll bring you into my DA's office, and now you're one of my boys.
Because he goes into the DA's office. The state police go into the DA's office as detectives, and they learn how the court system works. And once they learn they can manipulate a law, they're going at your neck. And that's what happens. And unfortunately, Turtle Boy was in the scope. That's what happens.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? This kid's in Dorchester right now that go talk shit to cops, and since they were 13 years old, and they can't leave Dorchester. They ain't got an out. They're not making $50 super chats. They ain't got a legal defense team. They can't run. They can't do nothing. They're locked up right now for something. They might have did something, but do they deserve to get smoked like they're getting smoked? They don't know what to do. So it's like this. I
get it. It's a business. These DAs are in business for convictions. All right, I convict 98% of my cases. Vote me in again.
Yeah,
I get it.
He's a piece of trash. All I'm saying is, with all that being said, and I really do appreciate all the stuff you're saying. But with all that being said, maybe he's bringing this guy in to right some wrongs so he looks better. I don't know. That's just all I'm saying. Maybe.
Oh, no. Our theories are all over the map right now.
Right.
That's why I was trying to feel yours out, man.
I'm just saying, like, this guy, based on him saying Whitey Bulger, historian, this is historic times. This is a perfect time for this guy to step in some history and be the guy who righted this wrong. And Morrissey would be the guy to step up and say, well, I didn't have all the facts. And we righted the wrong.
No. No, Morrissey's squirming for a way out now. Obviously.
So maybe this is his way.
He knows Josh Levy's going to bust in his office any day. He knows the ship's sinking, man. He's in panic mode right now. That's what I think.
Oh, you have right. He's in survival.
He is.
Yeah. So maybe this is what it is. Maybe not. Maybe this dude is going to take the money, like you said earlier, the bag. Maybe he's going to take the bag and he's going to step up and he's going to act like there was 42 pieces of taillight. Maybe he's going to act like Karen did drive 24 miles per hour. Maybe he's going to act like we're all in the Twilight Zone and we didn't see that bar footage. That's not what it was. And we're going to be like, what? Maybe he's a real piece of trash. Yeah. But
that's why I'm feeling out all these different theories, because it's really hard to figure out what's happening right now. Like what angle, where's this going?
And here's the thing. What if he is watching? What if right now Hank, aka Beetlejuice, is watching right now? If we're trashing him, he might get vindictive. That's all I'm saying. You know what I mean? Like, why trash this dude? Why go in on this dude and talk about his past and all these things? It's like, I don't know. I mean, obviously, back to the intimidating the witness thing and threats and things like that. Obviously, we have free speech and all that. But, when you do that without even seeing him work yet, like we haven't even seen him yet. We haven't seen what he said. We didn't see no trial. We haven't seen nothing. We're talking about his past. We're going in fast on him. I think we might need to slow up and give him the benefit of the doubt, because it just is what it is. I mean, believe me, if anybody wants to talk shit, it would be me. You know what I mean? I ain't got no love for any of these fools. But I'm just saying,
yeah, obviously.
I'm just saying, like, I don't know.
Well, I know one thing. As far as we take one thing at a time, right? The witness intimidation, that stuff is got a huge problem coming up. It's starting next week. The stuff they did to Turtle Boy is gonna blow that law up. It's gonna take maybe a year or two, and it's been used and abused against multiple people over the years, and that thing ain't gonna survive, man. That's going down.
Hey, let me tell you, back in the day, they used to arrest dudes in the neighborhoods for they used to arrest for roaches.
In your ashtray.
You had a roach in your ashtray, you went to jail for possession of marijuana. So yeah, that law, he's gonna be the guy to turn it, Turtle Boy, of course. But still, at the end of the day, he still got a number. He still was in jail. And hopefully he gets paid for that. You know what I mean? He gets something, and I'm sure he is. He gets something back for that. But still, getting arrested in front of your kids and all that trauma, I'm gonna tell you right now, there's no money that's gonna make that right, in my opinion.
No, of course not.
Right? So,
well, I'll let you guys go, man. I'm just I'm exploring different theories here, and I found yours interesting, so I wanted to pick your brains on yours.
Yeah, man. Like I said, at the end of the day, we're having fun with this Beetlejuice character, Hank Brennan. And we don't know enough yet, so we're just gonna have fun with it, and we're gonna show Hank, if he's watching, the reasons why he shouldn't prosecute this case. We're not gonna go in on him and say, Hank, you're a scumbag. We're gonna say, Hank, watch the channel, buddy. Look what we're showing you. Not doing this. We're doing this because it's the right thing to do. That's all.
Okay, guys. Have a great night.
You too.
All
Thank
right.
you, Scott.
Yeah, Scotty's passionate, huh?
Oh yeah, Scotty has a lot on his mind tonight, huh? I mean, this could be the big win for good old Hank. This could make him look so good, man, if he just came in, does the right thing, handles it.
What if the whole plan is for this guy, Hank Brennan, to take Morrissey's place?
I never looked at it like that, man. I mean, now you...
Right? What if this is like they're getting Morrissey up out of there, and this is low-key the way he's going to get up out of there?
Especially if he finds her innocent.
Call from Beth.
Who we talking with?
Hi, it's Beth again.
Who is it?
Beth.
Hey, what's up, Beth? How we feeling? Where you calling from again?
I'm in Seattle, Washington.
Seattle. Go for it. Oh, you're the one, your father was a cop, right?
No, I talked to you a couple weeks ago. I live on the West Coast. I didn't tell you I was in Seattle last time, but
Okay, what's on your mind? Do you think this is the swerve, or you think this is bad for Karen? What's going on? Talk to us.
oh, I think it's bad for Karen.
Wow.
I think that anyone these guys hire to go up against her is not good. If he's better than Lally, that's not good for her. And I think, the only statement that I heard from him is that he wants to give her a fair trial. And I don't think that's
statement.
possible, right?
I mean, because so you think it's not good for her? You think he's going to go for her neck? That's what you're going to think?
Well, I think the fact that he's taking on the case, and if he's not going to drop those 2 charges that she's in double jeopardy for now, it's not a fair trial. Like, I don't think that she could get a fair trial no matter what, based on the investigation. So if he's taking the case, that means he thinks that he can give her a fair trial, and I just don't agree with that.
Right there. Hold on a second. Indy Ford, a fair trial would mean no trial. That's what someone just said in the chat, and I absolutely agree with that. And that's what he came to do. He came in to make this go away. That's my opinion. I'm trying to tell you. And when it breaks, just make sure you guys give JFK and James Jackson all the credit for calling it.
Oh, yeah, I will. I appreciate you so much.
Yes. I appreciate you, Beth.
Yeah.
Beth, so you got anything else you want to say? One word to describe Karen Reed, what would it be for you?
If it's a name, it's 3 words. It's Joan of Arc. I think she's a modern day Joan of Arc.
The modern day Joan.
I know you always ask for one word, but I can't. I just see that in her, so I have to say it. I have to say awesome. The 4 words.
Well, Beth, I appreciate the call, and let's keep it positive. Maybe this guy's going to come in and do the right thing.
I hope so. Could I just say one other thing? Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
Will you listen to John McCabe's call again to 911? Because it's really bothering me how she says that John got out of the car.
What do you mean? You want me to play it again, you said?
Yeah, like Jen on her 911 call.
Yeah.
She said that John got out of the car. Like she saw him.
I could play that. You want me to play it?
And she... Oh, well, yeah, I mean, I don't know right now. Yeah, whenever you want, but...
Yeah, I can play it. When you get off, I'll play it. So what's your question?
Well, I want to focus in on the fact that she says to the 911 operator that he got out of the car.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. We had this conversation. She said he got out the car, and Alan Jackson on the stand stopped her and said, "Was that you? You just said he got out the car." She said the only reason why I said it because Karen Reed told me. But 45 minutes before that, an hour before that, she said Karen Reed didn't have a memory. That's the reason why I said this
Right.
trial would have been over if Alan Jackson would have pulled her back on the stand. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Yeah. No, totally. I'm glad you went into it.
I get that whole thing about how long to die in the cold, but it was explainable. You know what I mean? And I know it's like, to celebrate and all these different things or whatever, but I don't know. I think people wasn't ready for that. I think people still ain't ready for that. Do you really truly do you still truly understand celebrate, or do you understand her saying an hour before that she don't got a memory and an hour later she dropped him off? That's why I said he got out the car. You remember a lie coming out the mouth versus computer technology. That's just my opinion.
Right. Yeah, because if she's making that call, it's before she got her story straight with everyone. It's before she talked to everyone, and she's going on memory. I don't know. He got out of the car.
She said he got out the car because she seen him get out the car.
Yeah.
Get out the car.
Because if I'm calling 911, I'm talking on memory.
And not only,
she saw him get out.
And not only that, when hold on one second. Not only that, when Karen called her and said, "I just remember dropping him off at the waterfall," she agreed and said, "Oh wow, really? Let me call Julie and see if he walked home with Chris."
Yeah.
So you were just on the phone with him at 12 o'clock, 12:14, 12:18, 12:27. You seen him 12:45. You seen him drive away. You're like, I don't understand. Like, you didn't remember that? Of course you did. You said, "Let me hang up with you and see if he walked home with Julie." I mean, walked home with Chris.
Right.
And then you called her back. When you called her back is when you knew the window of opportunity that you could set her up. That's my opinion.
Yeah. You're right.
We're gonna play that video for you. All right.
Thank you. What kind of donuts do you like?
Right.
Okay, I'll let you know.
Nice.
Three Donuts is now open for sure. Yeah, shout out to Beth. Yeah, let's play that video real quick of how she just got caught right in a lie and what she's talking about. Yeah, she got caught totally in a lie on that. Definitely for sure. Good old Jen McCabe. Here she is. Showtime.
Left him at the waterfall.
And how do you respond?
I had just woken up. I was confused. I didn't know what she was talking about. I was like, what are you talking about? And then she, told me that they had gotten into a fight and she left him there and now where is he? And she was just...
Call 911, officer down, don't make a sound. There's an officer in the house.
Was that you?
Yes, that was.
Is that the 911 call?
Yes, it was.
And what did you just say?
I said, I don't know. He got out of the car.
And this was at 6:03 in the morning, correct?
Correct.
And that 911 call, you said he got out of the car, didn't you?
I did, because Karen Reed had told me that she had left him there.
Oh, no. No, no.
No. Beetlejuice.
No, Jenny. Jenny from the block.
Who we got on the phone line? Who we got? Hey, who's this? I check to the guards. Who's this? Hello. You all right over there? Okay. See you later. Yes. Hey, it's pretty wild, man. When you think about it, It really
Yeah, I
is.
did. Someone said, "Did you see her try to shake that lie off?" She did too, while Alan Jackson was playing it.
Yeah.
It's wild, man.
She 100% tried to shake that lie off. Look what our boy says right here, though.
As a visitor and leave as a felon or something.
Prosecute them and convict them, but they really credit you with bringing out the government part of the corruption.
Well, we expect our criminals to commit crimes. That's what criminals do. We don't expect that from our law enforcement.
It's showtime.
What's his name, chat? Say it.
Hank Brennan. Don't say my name. Oh, man. Michael Keaton's a bad man, man. He's a real good actor.
Great actor.
Great actor. I don't know. It's times like this I just say, this case been really snake bitten. No, James?
Yeah. Right from the
See what they talking about. I don't know what it is, but I feel like I've been snake bitten. Life keeps going by, please tell me why am I living? Poison in my mind, losing sight now with this blind vision. I don't know what it is, but I feel like I've been snake bitten. Call 911, officer down, don't make a sound. There's an officer in the house. All I can feel is my phone vibrate. Wish you was here, not sitting at my place. Who let the dogs out? Someone close the gate. It's cold where the broken face. Please, Lord, not today. Laying on this grass, I can hear the snakes. Wish you would've told me he was feeling the way when he sent you that text. Seen the fear in your face, then he texted me too. Coming here, then you drove away. I don't know what it is, but I feel like I've been snake bitten. Life keeps going by, please tell me why am I living? Poison in my mind, losing sight now with this blind vision. I don't know what it is, but I feel like I've been snake bitten.
Wow. Yeah. What a song, huh? I put my all into that song right there, coming from John O'Keefe's POV. J.F.K. and James, Jen McCabe did the swerve. Remember when she said absolutely not to deleting the calls and the searches? She was right. Maddie McCabe was on the backup, heard it. Husband deleted everything. So fat, need to be called again. Yeah. Thank you for that, Ask Bob. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
And I appreciate this. Yes, Snake Bit, and I love that song. I need everybody to put that on their playlist. I need you to play it loud when you wake up in the morning, put it on full blast, show your friend, text your friend, sing the song, enjoy it. Yeah, well, with that being said, I think we did our job tonight.
Oh, yeah.
We got 240 people in the chat. I need you guys to go subscribe to my man James Jackson.
Yeah, if you guys could do that, do me a solid. I really appreciate it. Trying to get my channel, some more subscribers so I can start putting out more content. There's going to be good things to come. Me and J.F.K. going to be together soon. Hopefully, you'll see us live together. That's going to be fun. And thank you, Amy, for doing that.
And with that being said, we came in and now we out like that. I go by the name of JFK.
I go by the name of James Jackson.
Peace to everybody. Have a great weekend. We love y'all. One.
Peace.
Never visit Massachusetts based on this case?
Exactly, because you would go there as a visitor and leave as a felon or something.
See what they talking about. I don't know what it is, but I feel like I've been snake bitten. Life keeps going by, please tell me why am I living? Poison in my mind, losing sight now with this blind vision. I don't know what it is, but I feel like I've been snake bitten. Call 911, officer down, don't make a sound, there's an officer in the house. All I can feel is my phone vibrate. Wish you was here, not sitting at my place. Who let the dogs out? Someone close the gate. It's cold where the broken face, please Lord, not today. Laying on this grass, I can hear the snakes. Wish you would've told me he was feeling the way when he sent you that text. Seen the fear in your face, then he texted me too. Coming here, then you drove away. I don't know what it is, but I feel like I've been snake bitten. Life keeps going by, please tell me why am I living? Poison in my mind, losing sight now with this blind vision. I don't know what it is, but I feel like I've been snake bitten.